Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So lately I've been diving deep into machine learning and trading through my online course at Georgia Tech University, and I've learned some really cool insights that can help make better trading decisions. So today I thought, why not build a simple AI powered tool to which we can just give the name of the stock that we want to invest in, and it can give us its analysis if we should buy or if we should sell that stock. And I think this simple tool can just help us in making better investment decisions than just blindly going and investing in any kind of stock that you find. And of course, I'll be doing all this while chilling at my favorite cafe with my coffee, because why not? Let me explain you on this tab. So here's the idea. I'll be pulling real-time stock data using the Yahoo Finance API, which is publicly available, and then we'll calculate a few key technical indicators which are used by traders to make investment decisions, and then we'll use Google Gemini AI and give this data to it and ask if we should buy or sell the stock or any kind of analysis that we want on it. Let's see if AI can really help us with smarter trading decisions. So before we jump to the coding part, I just want to quickly talk about the two different types of stock analysis that happens. Number one is the fundamental analysis, which looks at the company finances, revenue, profit, losses, and long-term investors usually use this approach. And number two is the technical analysis, which looks at the price trends, charts, previous data of the stocks, how much has been the volume, moving averages, and majorly short-term traders and investors use this approach. And we're gonna use the technical analysis approach in this video. And if you're thinking, why can't you just give the stock name to any LLM tool and ask it if you want to buy or sell that stock, then I already tried it and it does not work, because it seems LLMs don't have access to the live stock data, so it does not work. So I think now we can go ahead and actually create something. I'm gonna use Google Colab, which is like an online tool to write Python scripts, and we're gonna just write a basic Python script. So our first step is to get the data from the Yahoo Finance API, and I'm just gonna fetch the data for Reliance as an example, and I'm just gonna print out the data and see how it looks. We got the closing and the volume values, which looks pretty good. And I think next we can just move on to the step 2 to get the technical indicators. So first one is the volume indicator. So I did some back and forth with ChatGPT, got the right formula. So next we're gonna get the next technical indicator, which is moving averages, and then the third one and the last one, which is the RSI. Now I think these three technical indicators should fulfill our step 2, and next is to just print them all by adding it to our existing data and see how it looks. That means we're done with our step 2, and we're ready with whatever we need to give to Gemini. And by this time, after all this back and forth with ChatGPT, I was a bit tired and figuring out the formulas. So I just took a small break, and it was already dark. So just a small walk break kind of helped me to get back to it. And yeah, that's all. So now we just need to work on the step 3, where we need to give the data that we have created to Gemini and ask Gemini if we should invest in that stock or not, or any other questions that we have related to that stock and this data to Gemini, because Gemini is our data analyst, and we're just gonna give it data and ask if we need to invest or not, and that is gonna help us make a smart decision. So I've just prepared this prompt, and this prompt will just include all these lines where we're asking all these questions to Gemini about that data. After cleaning up the code a bit and doing all my OCD stuff, I was ready to run the code, and oops, an error. I think we missed to add the API key. API key is basically, in simple terms, like a password to access the Gemini data, so that we can give Gemini prompts and get whatever it has to say from our code. So after integrating this API, ideally it should work if everything is correct, which is, again, it failed, and it seems we are not using the right model for Gemini. So I quickly went to the documentation and finding out, and I think we need to use the 1.5, Gemini 1.5. So let's now try to run it again, and it seems it's running. Fingers crossed, Gemini should send something. Oh yeah, that's great. We've got a few lines from Gemini, and let's read what it has to say. The first recommendation that it's giving, given the bearish trend, oversold conditions, consider a short position if the stock bounces slightly from its current level, setting a stop loss above recent high. Alternatively, wait for confirmation. Avoid regressive buying until downward reverse. And also gives a cute disclaimer that says the analysis should not be considered as financial advice, of course. I think, yeah, this would surely be helpful in helping me make much more smarter decisions instead of just relying on advices from friends. So this will help to give a double check on what are the market trends, and I will definitely use this tool, do a little more tweaks on the number of days, and try it with different stocks. So it was fun making this. I just wanted to share the process of making this. Hope you also enjoyed this video, and if you liked this video, then do like and do comment if you like this kind of video, so I can make more of what we call these as dev vlogs. So thanks a lot, and see you in the next one.